Okay, today I want to talk about the difference between this one here and this one. This one, you've probably seen this a lot. This is the violin, and let's see how it sounds like. And we'll do a comparison between this one and this one. Now, not bad. Alright, so this is Erhu, and let's see how this one sounds like. Okay, so again, this is called Erhu, and you probably never seen this before. Now, this one, a lot of people call this one the Chinese violin. That's actually a terrible name for it because it just sounds like the Chinese copied Western idea again, made their own violin. That is not true. But I don't care what you call it, it's up to you. They both have string and the bows. Strings and bow. So when you have an instrument with having a string and bow, you obviously, this is how you make sound. So what actually happens is your string is rubbering against the bow. Imagine this is the string, my arm is a string, and this is the bow. It is a bow. And then you pull it. What happens is the string, and then you keep pulling it and until it reaches a certain extent, and then the string is too tight, and then it will release itself because it doesn't have enough friction to grab it, but it will bounce back. And then the bow will grab it again and keep pulling it, and then releasing it, grab it, pull it, release it, grab it, pull it, release it. So it's really grab and go, and that causes vibration on the string. And as you know, vibration makes noise or music. Now, the problem of this is the bow are made out of horsehair. They're both made out of horsehair. The horsehair itself does not have enough friction. That's why we're bringing the resin. So apply some resin to it, and then we have some resin on it that will give the bow have a higher coefficient of friction. So that will grab the string better. But when you're playing it, when you're rubbering against the string, it will lose the resin. And where does the resin go? It goes into the air. Notice those white stuff? I really should have cleaned it, but those are actually resins. So when you're putting your violin like this, and you're playing it, and then it's gonna create a mist of resin, and it's so close to my nose, so I'm keep breathing it in while I'm playing it. That, I guess that's not harmful, otherwise every violinist must have a lung problem. But it really makes my throat feel really dry after 10 minutes of playing. However, on Erhu, it's a different story. You just sit there and then you just relax and you play like that. So the resin is the resin mist. I also have some white stuff there. Those are resins, and it's not likely to travel all the way up to your nose. So notice those two instruments sounds completely different. It may sound the same on your computer speaker, but trust me, it's really different. On violin, you cannot make the violin too heavy because you should be able to grab it like this. And if this thing is too heavy, then I won't be able to grab it. But on the other hand, the Erhu, you can make this thing really heavy, no problem. It just sits underneath. And then, so you cannot make it too heavy. That brings in a problem. That is, when you tighten one of the string, the neck of the violin will get bent this way slightly, and that will make the other strings loose. And then if the other string get loose, you have to tighten it. And then when you tighten it, you're losing the other string. So it's going back and forth, going back and forth. It's really tricky to tune it. It just takes a lot of time to tune it. So, but Erhu on the other hand, it does not have such a problem because this is really high density stuff. You can beat people with this, no problem. You shouldn't beat people with Erhu, it's really bad. So, when you tighten one string, again, it's not gonna affect the other string. Now, one more thing about this I want to talk about is, notice I put the violin here and I grab it with my chick. That's already weird enough, all right? And then you have to put your arm like this. You have to grab arm like this because you cannot just put your arm like this because your finger is not gonna reach the lower string easily. So you have to put it like this. And that creates a lot of twist motion on your body. So this muscle is tight and this muscle is really tight and this here is tight. And it's just not very comfortable when you holding the violin. Well, which is not a big deal because you get used to it, and then you probably have a shoulder, this shoulder that is bigger than this shoulder after you're playing our violin for like 10 years. Erhu, notice that it doesn't have the problem. Every single muscle is relaxed. Everything is relaxed. You just play like that, no problem. Relax. You try to relax. Now, one more thing I want to talk about, and it's very important, is if you mastered one of these instruments, you can pick up the other one easily. In my case, I start playing this guy here, this Erhu guy here, since I was 6 years old. And now I'm almost 29 years old. And I picked up the other one in about 1 week. All right, just 1 week. And after 1 week, I pretty much, during that week, it's all about just get used to those awkward twisting position. But after that, I kind of get used to it, and then I can just play whatever I want, and then all kinds of music, all I want. Well, if you already mastered one of this, why don't you try the other one? All right. Well, even if you don't know anything about either one of this, you still should go ahead and try it because it helps you, make you more creative. Somehow it's weird. It's hard to explain. I'm an engineer at my day job, but playing those stuff and makes me solving the problem faster and also makes me more creative when I solve the problem. So now you learn a little bit more about this instrument and also this one, I guess. I hope you enjoy this video. I'll see you next time.